Hey everyone, it's Christine here. Welcome to my channel and welcome to this week's weekly energy forecast for the week of June 20th through the 26th. I changed up the format. Let me know what you think. Just changing things up, seeing what works. This is out of my comfort zone, but yeah, let me know what you think. So let's dive in to the Astrocap. Just a very brief overview of what's going on. Major planetary changes, not going into detail about the aspects or transits in particular. Well, I would say other aspects and smaller transits happening. So we have the last quarter moon in Pisces, which will be forming a square in Gemini this Monday on the 20th. And really this allows us to gain, because the moon is in its waning cycle phase, to gain further clarity on our next steps, where we want to go, what we want to do, especially with the upcoming new moon. And it's not really a good time to take any action yet, but it's a great time in creating the plans, that foundation, the framework for taking that action when the time comes with the new moon. So wrap up any unfinished business, process, review, reflect on recent illuminations, as we continue to gain clarity as the moon wanes. On Tuesday, June 21st, we have the sun enter into Cancer, so Cancer season begins. I almost feel like Gemini went by in a flash, maybe because of Mercury retrograding and then going direct, and we just completed the shadow period. It's been a doozy. So with Cancer starting pretty soon, it's a totally different vibe. It's very, some of you may have felt it. We're feeling a lot of calling of energy to go inward, to really focus on ourselves, our home environment, our family, self-care, really creating not just that foundation within, but that safety and security that's so often found within our sanctuary, but also within ourselves. So you may see an increase in your emotions, feeling more emotions and seeing things come up. Because Cancer is ruled by the moon, many of us are going to also experience greater intuition, greater insights, downloads, clarity, all tied into where we are going, and whether where we are going is really what gives us emotional fulfillment. Is this what is going to bring us the happiness that we want, or are we doing this from a more logical headspace? So be open. We also have the summer solstice up here in the northern hemisphere on the 21st. More on that later. We have Mercury entering, or actually it's been in Gemini, not entering, until July 5th. So many of you may have experienced just increased communications on all fronts, whether they're calls for friends to get together, increase in email communications, outreach, collaborations. It's a really wonderful idea to kind of expand our knowledge into different areas, to really be open to new things. But it can also make us feel a little bit weighed down, because there's so many places our mind is going to, so our mental capacity may be filling up with ideas, and we're wondering, where the hell do we go? What do we do with them? Just document them and find a way to brain dump those ideas, so you don't have them within your headspace. Venus enters Gemini into June 22nd. And so it's in Taurus currently, which is comfortable in, right? Because Venus rules Taurus. But in Gemini, it's really also being curious with our relationships, with our money. So be careful about actually overspending and wanting to go out, because Gemini gives you the ability to, or the energy, I should say, to really want to try out and explore new things, especially with others and in community. And so with Venus and Gemini, we could really redefine what relationships mean, especially when it comes to love and friendships, and be open to meeting new and different types of people, and those from all different backgrounds, especially in social communities and settings. You know, think of social events, whether they're outdoors, meetups, organized type of community events, concerts, etc. So that's the quick update for the week. Without further ado, let's get started into the weekly reading. Okie dokes, let's see. down. I feel like we are at a transition point. Almost like I feel like I've been saying this a lot, like I'm on repeat. Either that or there's like a time glitch. Like we are at a rest stop and we've just been kind of hanging out, waiting to get things together. But Cancer is a time when a lot of these actions, these ideas, these things we've been thinking about, it's the time where they come into fruition, where we take that inspired action and go. I feel like it's also going to be incredibly healing as things continue to illuminate, to pop up into our awareness, especially for direct healing and obviously integration and transmutation. So let's see what does this week have in store for us? What can we all expect? Page of Pentacles. Wow. We're on the, I would say, first step on the precipice of manifesting something that we really desire. Speaking of Pentacles, but I feel like this could be just about anything. This could relate to, you know, more importantly, our foundation, our financial security, but also creative ideas I'm getting. Let's find out what else. There's like newness coming. Okay, we got a bunch turned over. We got more Pentacle energy. 6 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, 9 of Wands. Making sure you all can see this. So I definitely feel like there is a, wow, I get total Gemini energy with 6 of Pentacles. There's a semblance of giving and receiving, but also balancing. If you see the figure 8, it's almost like an infinity. There's a semblance of balancing. So many of you have gone or will be going within, almost like retracting your energy, not extending too many wands. I feel like a self-protective measure too with the 9 of Wands. I feel like perhaps with many of you are already feeling this Cancer energy of wanting to retreat a little bit and really nurture yourself and your own goals, your own energy, and also where you put your time and where you invest this time into. I feel like a lot of this investment is going to be within yourself. It's like you giving the coin to yourself and allowing yourself, giving yourself permission to take a rest, self-care, to not constantly pour, do, and take action, whether it's in your work life, your professional life, your social life, whatever it is, and to actually take a step back, because I see a lot of retreating here. This person's on one foot, so they're just starting out with this manifesting, with this dream, with this potential wish that they want to pursue. This person's in like lotus position, and this one is just hanging out here. So you see a semblance of not taking any action yet. What else can the universe tell us about this week? We got Knight of Swords and 8 of Wands in reverse. So yeah, it's interesting because the Knight of Swords entails really wanting to go after your dreams, your goals, what it is that you're manifesting. But I also feel like this could be the remnants of, as we transition out of Gemini season into Cancer, of wanting to get last bit of expansiveness, interactions with others. But we also have some other planets in Gemini still, not just the Sun, so Mercury and Venus. So this could still mean wanting to continue really exploring many options right now, since we are in a phase where taking action is not something we are keen on doing, or ready, I should say, despite Mars still in Aries. We could feel that impetus, that push, that need to kind of move ahead, because we've got 3 wands here, 3 cards with wands. But in terms of direct action, I'm not feeling it. It's taking a pause to really reassess right now. Okay, let's look at Oracle and we'll come back to this. See what other guidance the universe can give us for this week. What else do we need to know? So this is going to be a time for really cleaning up, wrapping up, literally wrapping things up, finishing projects, to-do lists, making your sanctuary comfortable. I was gonna say sanctuizing, but I don't think that's a word. And really getting clarity, because a lot of things are coming up. We see, this was in a lot of readings too, it's present. With the Six of Pentacles, with the Seven of Wands and Nine of Wands, I just get a strong feeling of tapping into your own intuition. Even with the Knight of Swords, with the Raven Crow, it's really about tapping into your spiritual guidance at this time, because many of us are receiving downloads. I'm just feeling like an accelerated need of information and clarity, and really needing to ground ourselves. Literally, ground. This is so enunciated here in all of these cards. Yeah, there's no time for action at this point. Okay, we got the Modality Manifestation deck. Fury or fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. Interesting. So action will be coming up with the new moon. We'll get more clarity. I feel like this week, many of you are feeling, I feel restlessness, like you want to do something. So I feel like this week, you all are sensing this. Some of you may be experiencing restlessness, anxiety, trouble sleeping, perhaps trouble grounding yourself. And so you may be looking to escapes or escapism, different forms of, I'll put it lightly, but similar to addictions, like kind of overindulging is a better word, overindulging in different things, whether that's surfing the internet, eating, working too much, something to kind of work off that energy. But I would suggest putting that energy into some type of movement or creative endeavor, something that'll help build the stages or build the, I would say, almost build the walkway, pave the walkway to something larger connected to what you want to manifest. So that can be simply planning or just looking ahead a little or learning a little bit. Anything else we need to know for this week, please? Anything else we need to know for this week? Anything else we need to know for this week, please? Okay. Show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. Wow. So I just did mid-June zodiac readings for every sign. I felt very called to do that. And authenticity and showing up for yourself, as yourself, was key and present throughout all of them. So I'm feeling this week, it's about really tapping into your own divine creative nature, really tapping into what you want. Not being afraid, and this is easier said than done. Again, not being afraid to be you. But when you really tap into what it is you want to do, whether it's gaming or, I don't know, bird watching, there's so many things, photography or content creation. Take it one step at a time, and don't be afraid to really show the world an element of who you are. Show your passion, because when you light up, when you show your passion, when you're excited, that resonates with people. People feel that energy. We also got you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. Ironic, right? Cancer season's coming up. So some of you may be feeling forms of, especially with all these changes that we've had, new beginnings, new starts, and cycles ending and initiating. There could be a lot of anxiety, especially if you haven't started this new chapter in your life, whatever that entails, moving, new relationship, new job, whatever it is. So know that you are safe. And one way to cultivate that is to really figure out what makes you feel safe. And a lot of it has to do internally. Finally, we got confidence is your key to success, new moon in Leo. So some of you may have, let's see, we've got 2 pentacles. So we have here just earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. We've got 1, 2, 3 wand cards. So fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. And we have Aries and Leo come up. And then we've got sword energy, just 1 card for air, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. And we got Aquarius here. We got one water. Cancer made its way. So I feel like Cancer season, it's interesting because we have Cancer and then Leo season next. I feel like showing up as you is actually your key to your success and your abundance. That is actually what's going to help you not just pave the way, but grow your abundance and wealth in whatever way you define that. Okay, what other messages do we need to know for this week? Any other message, please? Okay, that's it. We got Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. You all, Cancer is the 4th house, so it rules the home, but also ancestry, our roots, our ties to our lineage. Some of you are definitely starting to get messages or are very much in tune or have done practices with revering your ancestors. My altar, actually, right now, this is one of my altars for my ancestors that I work with, 2 in particular. My grandfather and my maternal grandfather and my maternal grandmother. No, I said that wrong. Grandparents. It's my maternal grandfather and my paternal grandmother. So I feel like many of you may be getting strong messages. Some of you may be communicating with your ancestors at this time. We see a lot of animals, spirit animals as signs. This looks like a feline. It could be a bobcat, jaguar, puma, elephant, wolves, dogs, birds like eagles, winged creatures. You're all being guided at this time. And this is like an opening. I'm sensing like a portal, like a shift. Some of you have actually been calling on your ancestors for divine guidance because of some endings that you've experienced in your life, some changes. And they are all around you. I've been getting increases in that. Some of you may be seeing feathers, especially white. Some of you may be seeing dimes or pennies, 1 and 10, for completions and new beginnings. We also got inner temple, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. This is interesting. It reminds me a little bit of the Akasha, well, the Akashic records in specifically, but it reminds me too of just going back home, which is within you, to yourself. And I don't think you can see these because of the cards. I'm going to move these because I know the cards are big. I'm going to move these up here. We'll move these here. There we go. Got inner temple. So this is a really beautiful time to connect with your heart. I do get Leo energy with this because Leo does rule the 5th house and also the heart. You're going to find clarity as you continue to cultivate not just your own heart space and heart-centeredness, but also your own energy that is aligned with your values and what really matters to you, because that taps into what it is you truly want. You'll know it because you'll feel it in your body. Okay. What other messages can the universe provide us for this week, please? There's a lot of cards coming out. Can you guys see this? I'm going to put them on top of the moon cards because it may be difficult to see. We got letting go. Everything is indeed out of control and God will hold it all. I can safely let go. This really resonated. I found this message in all the readings. It's about releasing control, surrendering, letting go. Some of you may be holding on to things, people, places, energies I'm getting specifically. Some of you may physically have let go of these things, but the energy is still there. So you may want to do cord cuttings, calling back your power. There's visualizations you can do. Letting go may also mean expressing yourself and speaking your truth, because sometimes that energy is blocked in several of our chakra points. I'm getting a lot of throat chakra energy. I got that in the water signs that I did. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So that may resonate with some of you. We got energetic clearing as we say that. During crises, the Holy One herself may be emptying you of fear and attachments, preparing you to receive her luminous plan. So this is like the rebirth, death, transformation archetype. I feel this is Kalima, and she is a wonderful goddess of literally clearing, death, rebirth. So again, this may entail cleaning up your home, getting rid of stagnant energy, because when you clean up and declutter, you get rid of this energy, you move the energy. This could be literally burning some incense like I am doing. You can clap too, that removes stagnation in the corners of your home. You could put music, but cleaning by itself will do all of that, and setting the intention before you start. Because many of you are about to start new cycles. You're on the brink. We have ease. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. This is such a clear message. Such a clear message. And this is part of the path we are going. Some of you may be calling in assistance from your ancestors, but I'm strongly getting to on this material world and the physical world. You're balancing and learning not only with the Six of Pentacles, how to give and receive, but especially to yourself. Be open to receiving love, to receiving help, to receiving assistance, support, whatever it is, just be open. This is a lot too with Cancer energy, because Cancerian energy it serves us like the mother archetype, the Mother Earth, the nurturing, caring for others. Finally, we got expansiveness. Eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego. There's a lot of shifts happening, and I feel like many of you have opened into this space of expansiveness. It's really tied to your intuition, I'm hearing. All of this is tied to you simply listening to yourself. And it could be hard, especially when there's a lot of clutter. We want answers now, but that's not the goal. Okay, let's take a look at how you can self-care for this week. And then we'll wrap up with any final guidance with the tarot. How can we best self-care for this week? This is definitely a time of transition. This is a great week, if you haven't noticed by the cards, of simply cleaning up. Cleaning up, continuing to document any downloads, any intuitive nudges you get, any clarity, reassessing, wrapping things up in the physical world, projects, completing things, and getting prepared, because a new cycle is literally about to start, if it hasn't already for some of you. Again, it'll depend on timelines. Okay. How can we best nurture and take care of ourselves this week? No, how can we best nurture and take care of ourselves this week? So we get 5. 5 indicates changes. Beauty ritual. So before Venus leaves Taurus on the 22nd of June, I feel like she is blessing us with this idea of ritualizing, or I should say our beauty, focusing on our beauty. And that's going to mean so many different things, but this really taps into self-care, self-element. I feel like this is a great way to prepare and enter the season of Cancer. This is going to mean so many different things, because beauty is literally in the eye of the beholder. It could mean painting your nails, adding sparkles like I did, taking a bath, taking rest or sleep. It's all about how you define this. It could be having to do with your appearance or inner self. Whatever makes you feel good, do it. Whatever makes you feel really happy and joyful, do it, because that's one way to actually increase security and safety. When there's something that you can control for yourself, within yourself, and around your environment. I'm not talking about controlling people, but controlling maybe the world outside is full of storms, but at least inside your home is quiet. It smells good, maybe you have fresh baked loaf of bread. Maybe your nails are done and that just brings ultimate peace, whatever it is. I'm getting flowers too, bringing nature bringing nature inside. Cultivate that, because that's going to increase your sense of security for this season. And let's get some final intuitive guidance, some final messages of advice that will help us this week. Any final messages of advice, please, for us this week? My candle's burned out. I feel like it's time to go to sleep. I got the message, like, let's go, it's done. Any final messages, please? What final messages of advice for this week, please? Okie dokes, we got 2. Oh no, I got Hermit. I think for 2 or 3 out of at least 2 of the water signs that I did, we got 9, of course, endings. Hermit, your advice this week, I'm just getting retract your energy from anything that no longer brings you joy, that doesn't serve you, anything that makes you unhappy, that makes you feel a certain way. Withdraw it. Take that energy and put it on you. Literally, look at this, go inward. This is a wonderful time to basically, it's not gonna be possible for everyone, you know, amidst all of our daily responsibilities, right? With work, if you have child, fur care, and any other responsibilities in your daily life. But apart from that, really use your time to take care of yourself, because you are receiving, this is where you're going to receive all the messages you need. They're not going to all make sense, but this week it's really a transition point before we start something new. So this is a great way to get prepared, is to go inward before going out again. I hope this message resonated with you all. If this helped in any way, I would love it if you could please give the thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. I hope I said that right. And I will see you soon. Take care.